Hello everyone, this is Diane. Thanks for coming to my channel today. Now that I'm done with my Christmas journals, I can return to autumn, my favorite season, as I often say, and this is the journal I am actually working in throughout the autumn months. I hope I have enough space left for November now, but I just want to do a little more collaging in here. I have filled it in up to October 27th, and this is the day that I went to the windmill finally with my sisters, and I did get grapes. So I'm going to write about our day here, and I don't want to cover up this pretty image. So I'm going to use my grape lady that I've been hanging on to. She's from Victoria Magazine. And I will put her here and do a little more writing here. I did some gluing on another session that I didn't record, and I've already filled in those pages with my journaling. I'm just letting some of those Russian words show here. This journal, if you haven't watched videos about this journal before, I purchased this from June's Journals, and she is Russian. She was in Siberia, that's where she lived, when I bought this, but now they have moved. And I would like to encourage you to, I guess where they are now, they are not able to be on Etsy. I think she said Kazakhstan, something like that. But they're not able to be on Etsy, so she has a website. But if you go to June's Journals YouTube page, you'll be able to find links to her things. And so she's struggling to, she had to get a job, and she's happy about it. I mean, I'm not going to tell you all her personal stuff. There's a video where she shares all of this. I didn't talk to her personally. She shares it on a video, but she had to get a job because since she left Etsy, she doesn't have the following that she used to, of course. So she has to build it up again. So I would encourage you to go to her website, which I'll try to link it below. But you can find it on her YouTube channel, and her YouTube channel is just June's Journals. I just want to add a little bit of decoration to this page. I already glued this howdy, which probably came from the Pioneer Woman magazine. I think this is one of the Kathy Holden ephemera pieces. Well, I listed the, oh, upside down. I listed the final Christmas journal yesterday, and it was in the shop for a few hours before it sold, but I'm grateful that it sold. It's still pretty good. I mean, I'm used to them selling in less, in just a few minutes, usually. But this one was a little more expensive. And it went to the person it was meant to go to, or it will be. It's packed up and ready to go. So I'm just grateful to you all for watching my videos and giving me your support. And purchasing my journals when I make them. I don't want to cover up this part that she punched. But I could put a journaling spot there. I just organized my little box of journaling cards and things last night. So I know there are pieces in here. I'll just put that there. So let me ask you. I organized my box that has postcards and playing cards and, you know, the little game, the vintage game cards, children's game cards, things like that. And I also organized the box that you just saw that has different journaling cards and journaling spots. And I pulled a lot of stuff. Did I organize something else? I've organized my envelopes and pulled some more out of that. So I am trying to thin things out more. So is that something that you want me to put in my shop? Like big bundles of cards and envelopes and stuff like that? Because I don't want to waste my time if it's not something that you'd be interested in seeing in my shop. I think I'll put my favorite thing up here because autumn is my favorite season. And we went to the windmill the day that I'm going to write here. It was a chilly day, but I didn't mind it. It wasn't like freezing cold, but it was actually my preference to have it that way instead of hot. And it was the last day that some of the food vendors would be open, the ones that aren't inside the barns. They have like a street of little shops, and so they're the vendors, the food vendors, where you would go and order, and then you wait outside and they hand your food out, and then you go sit at a picnic table. So they shut the water off to all of those little outbuildings, any buildings that have water. They shut it off after the last Saturday of October. So food businesses had to close. Okay, so this is Saturday. This is Sunday. I don't know how much I'll write. I want to leave space because Sunday, Monday. I had lunch with my son and his family, and they invited some people from church. And there was a couple, I don't know how old they are, but they're close to my age. So it was the first chance I really had a chance to get to know some people from church. I am not an outgoing person, and I don't initiate things like that. Not without my husband. So I've been going to that church for over a year. So, you know, I could write about that. So that might take up too. So then this, see, I don't have a lot of space left for the whole month of November. Yeah. So then this would be Monday, and maybe, yes, I took my dad for another long appointment Monday. But that doesn't take a lot to write about. So maybe a partial page. But this would be Halloween, Tuesday. And I have this old picture of my husband at a pumpkin farm. And they had a corn maze and a haunted house. It was really fun. We used to go there every year if we could with the grandchildren. And my daughter-in-law took this picture of him, and she recently gave me a copy that she had found. He's standing in the corn maze with his hands crossed, pointing in both directions like the scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz. And my daughter-in-law edited it and put the witch up there and Happy Halloween, so I figured I would include this picture on Halloween. I don't think I have much to write about for Halloween. I have my day planner right here so I can see. That's the day I finished my last Yes, that's right. I finished my last Christmas journal because I wanted to have it done, have all the Christmas ones done by the end of October, and I did. I squeaked in there so I can write about that day here. All right. Now, I've got that and the Grape Lady were things I wanted on a particular page. For now, I can just add some embellishments wherever I want to. She's got a lot here. I don't think I'll add anything. Oh, see, that's a separate page, but it looks like it all goes, blends, and I don't want to add anything. So maybe a little something here. I'm going to be making an apple pie soon. I've bought the apples. So, let's see. That's Monday. No, that's Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday. This would be today. I'm not making an apple pie today. Well, that's if I write every single day, and I don't need to. So I'm just going to put my apples right here. I need to save space for the month of November and, you know, Thanksgiving. I'm going to be hosting Thanksgiving. I'll show you another piece that I have saved to use in this journal, and hopefully I'll be able to. Where is it? I got this in a Happy Mail, and it's filet crochet, and it spells out bread, and I bake bread for Thanksgiving, so hopefully I can put that in here. If not, I'll put it in another journal of my own. I like to bake bread. I just don't do it that often anymore, but I wish I did. I don't drink tea, so I'm thinking about removing this, but it has the Russian letters there, even though this is made in London. I don't know. I could stick something in it. Maybe. Nope, that's too short. I could stick something in it and then have something to write on. Okay, I can trim that a little bit. It's a definition of tree and mossy. I'm not sure where it came from. I don't know if it was part of the ephemera that June sent me, but I don't think so. I don't know, but it's here now. Just can't get it open. I wrote in this a little bit before I turned the camera on to kind of catch up to where I had already decorated. And so I was just writing. This space was empty, so I filled this in. And then I wrote here and added that washi tape because I had already added these other pieces. And then the word I wrote here was sloppy. I mean, my writing isn't that great, but it didn't look like the word, so I didn't want to scribble, so I covered it with washi tape and then added a couple more pieces of washi tape. Let's see. I don't know when the harvest moon is. It's probably, I don't know. I don't know anything about lunar stuff. I know when the moon looks pretty. Let's see. Today's a windy day. Oh, yeah, I said this was today, right? So I'm going to put that up there. Well, I don't know if it's today. I don't really have anything special to write about today. So I'm just going to put it up there because I like Autumn Wind. Let's add a little more washi tape. Well, I told you that once I was done with the Christmas journals, that I would divide up all my leftover Christmas supplies, and I kept very few of them for myself because I don't really want to make a Christmas journal next year. But I saved, some of the precious vintage things to use some year. And I put all the rest into bundles, and they were divided up into 8 bundles with a book because I had that many Christmas books, mostly golden books. And I got them all in my shop, plus the leftover Swedish stuff. And they all sold very quickly. I was very gratified and surprised. Guess I don't need that. I figured some would sell, but they all sold, and I was really happy. Well, I marked them pretty cheap. So once again, thank you. So now I'm eager to get some more stuff going into my shop. Stuff from flea markets. I don't know if I need to glue these or not. I'll try sticking it down and see what happens. I think that's from, it's from June. She sent it to me in a packet with the journal. Just want to trim a little bit of this white. It's a little bit excessive on the top. This is a digital, so is the apple piece. And I think they're both from Eclectic Eggplant. I have a lot of fall digitals from Eclectic Eggplant. And spring digitals, flowers. She has a lot of fussy cut things. And I'll add that up there. I just used one of those. It's back far enough. This is a stamp that I have and I love it. Ooh, no! And I don't know yet what my next journal will be. I'm kind of concentrating on moving some stuff out. I got all the orders packed. Then another one came in. Yay! But today's Friday, so they're not going to the post office till Monday. And I'm kind of putting things back in order. And then I will decide what I'm going to do next for a journal. I think this is from Johanna Clough. And he's sitting on a stone. didn't make myself a Christmas journal. I never use Christmas journals. I don't really want a journal that's just for 1 month. I did use one year because I purchased one from, oh, I think she's in Canada. I forgot her name. I mean, it's ridiculous because I know her, but I can't remember her name. Anyway, I was fortunate to get a really nice, it was a one signature kind of a TN size journal, and I used that for the month of December, but I don't typically do that. So I don't make Christmas journals. So when I'm done with this journal, I'll just find another journal to move into. I'm just picking stuff up off my table, sticking it down. Some of it is ephemera. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I printed that. That's printed, that's stamped. Stickers, stamped. Just all sorts of things, whatever I have that looks like it would go in an autumn journal. This is a stamped ticket. One thing I've been wanting to do, and I've been waiting to finish the Christmas journals, was to get out my stamps and make a bunch of ephemera and also die cuts. So maybe, do you want to see a video where I'm just stamping a bunch of stuff? I've made videos like that before. Just let me know if you like them. I guess it goes that way. I love this little strip. I don't know if it was cut off a bigger strip. Looks like it's a digital. It's probably just that size on a page of ephemera or something. I just don't remember, but I really like it. It looks very 70s, doesn't it? There's a green apple. Kind of goes with that green. So I took most of my Kathy Holden ephemera pieces like this and put them with my fall stuff so I could use it in my own journal. Did you guys hear about Lorna Taylor's exciting news? She is Tailor Made Journals, and you've seen me using the stamps that she makes. And she has a lot of really nice digitals. You've seen me using those also. Wait, I'm gonna move that a little bit. Well, she announced that Creative Expressions has partnered with her to make a line of products. Like Kathy Holden is with Creative Expressions, and Sam Poole. And I love all three of those ladies, and I have purchased a lot of Kathy Holden pieces from Creative Expressions and Sam Poole. They have stamps and papers, and Sam has dies. Seems like Kathy Holden has one die that I didn't buy. But, so Lorna has stamp sets, and one pack of paper and stencils. Stencils are gorgeous. And was there anything else? Oh, stop dropping things. Anyway, I saw it on Creative Expressions Facebook group. I saw it on Lorna's Facebook page at first. And there was a link to go to the Creative Expressions Facebook page. And nothing told me where I could find the products, but I finally found them on scrapbook.com. So if I remember, I will link that. So I ordered, I think 2 sets of stamps, and I ordered the stencils, and I think maybe I ordered 3 sets of stamps, but one of the things I ordered is on back order, and I don't remember now if it was the stencils or one of the stamp sets. The paper was pretty. It's 8 by 8, and I don't use a lot of 8 by 8, and I thought it was more expensive than I wanted to pay, at least through scrapbook.com. But it's gorgeous. So I'll have more stamps to play with, like I need more stamps, right? I have to make pumpkin roll pretty soon. I won't even eat that, but I have people in my family that would eat it for Thanksgiving. I can eat it. I don't mind it, but it doesn't do anything for me. And people that like it really like it. I used to make it for my husband. He loved it. And I used to sell them to coworkers because people really like pumpkin roll. So I stopped making it after he died because it's kind of a pain, but it's really not that bad. But then I realized that there are people in my family that really like it. Not my kids, but my in-law kids and my grandson. And I think my granddaughter likes it too. So I will make one. I used to make it like 3 at a time. So it's a lot easier if I'm just doing one. Much like journals. When I did the Christmas journals, I was doing one at a time because they were all different styles. So it just seemed so nice to just do one journal and then be done with it and then move on to the next. Even though I made 6 Christmas journals, there was only one of each style. So I want to use this picture of a lady cooking somewhere because I'm going to be doing a lot of cooking. Maybe that picture doesn't do anything for me. It's some kind of a fungi. That's kind of weird too. So maybe I will create myself a little more journaling space on this page because it's not my favorite. So I want to make cinnamon rolls, and Layla wants to learn how to make cinnamon rolls. So I don't want to do that after school because it takes a while. You have to raise the dough twice. Once, you know, in the dough form, and then once after you shape it into the rolls. So I'd rather do that earlier in the day. And I was thinking maybe tomorrow, but I have another grandkid coming tomorrow, and he doesn't want to bake on Saturday, so I don't know. We'll get it done. We'll get our cinnamon rolls done. So I need to make cinnamon rolls and pumpkin roll. And I made a streusel coffee cake and banana bread. I have a list of baked goods I want to make in the fall, and I'm kind of slow getting at it because I've been busy with Christmas journals and taking my dad to appointments. But I do want to make some homemade rolls for Thanksgiving. So I think right here that's a shadow behind her, so I'm going to cut it off. Yeah, that's fine. And I'll cut, that's just some empty space under the table. So I'll put her over here. But if I put something there to journal on, that'll give me some extra journal space. Yeah, I'll put that there. This is an old one from Tsunami Rose. Had it in my stash for a long time. She has a set of these, or she used to. I haven't been to her shop in ages. But she has a bunch that have different pictures or advertisements, but with the lined space. I've had so many plans for different videos I want to make, but plans and time to do them don't always match each other, I guess. So today we're just having a little play day, catching up in my own personal journal. I don't know if these are from Amity Bloom or Johanna Alyssa. I think they're supposed to go this way, but I really like that. I think I'll put that there. Sometimes you don't need this little fine point. But I sure am glad I have it when I need it. This pretty little flower might look pretty on it. Maybe it doesn't need anything. It's got a pretty flower on it. I could bring some blue over to this side with this pretty picture. This is Kathy Holden. I have a stamp of this. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. These are little border strips that got cut out of a magazine. Pioneer Woman does that with her magazine pages, but I don't know if these are Pioneer Woman or Mary Jane's Farm. Those were some free magazines I got from somewhere, and I think it was Mary Jane's Farm that had a lot of fun borders and designs on their pages that you could cut out. I think the next thing that I put in my shop might be books. And maybe some golden books, because I've got so many golden books and I love them and I want them all, but it's ridiculous. I can't use them all. It's something I stamped on a vintage paper. The problem with that was the paper is so old and it absorbed ink, so some of the images that I stamped were pretty blurry after not even when I first did them, but after they sat for a while. It's not a very sharp image. So here is a pocket. I can include a nice good sized paper to help give me some journaling space. So I'm going to look at my coffee dyed paper scraps. See if I can find a kind of a big one like that. It's really crumply and yummy. I have to trim it a little bit. That fits in there. It gives me lots of journaling space. Listen, the wind is rising and the air is wild with leaves. We have had our summer evenings, now for October eves. Well, October is over. I forgot I was going to put this with my husband's Halloween picture. He played basketball in school and they called him the H. That's our last initial. He was 6 feet 3 inches in high school, but after high school he grew another 2 inches. So he was 6'5". He loved playing basketball. He said he wasn't good at it. I didn't know any better. He played in a rec league after we were married. And I went to the games to watch, but after Billy was born, I couldn't do that because Billy hated the noise and he cried and cried. And then he was working 2 jobs and didn't have time for the rec league. That looks cute there. I'm sorry if I keep going out of frame. Okay, where were we? We were way back here. Getting a lot done today. It's almost time to call it quits. Let's see if we can do one more page. What do I have here? I'm not going in the woods, but I like woodlands. Maybe I'll use this on the Thanksgiving page. No, I don't want to use that. Leaves are falling all around. My chair sounds extra squeaky when I'm not talking. Oh, how about, no, that's too big. That's a cute little picnic basket. I think this is from Kathy Holden. It's a stiffer ephemera. So I'm going to put it on as a tuck spot. So it's decorative and takes up a little of my journaling space, but I can put a little card in there to write on. To help make up for it. This is another one of her little cards. Slate drawings for the young folk. Compliments of Belding Brothers and Company. Silk manufacturers. Okay. Well, I don't really like the looks of that. I'll keep this, but maybe I'll cover that too. Note to self. Of course, maybe I'll want to put a picture there. I think what I will do is paperclip this here, and if I don't have a photograph to put there, I will glue it down and write on it. And I think we are done for the day. I have a few more pages to do. That's for the back if I decide to use that as a pocket. It's getting chunkier. Not chunky, but it's getting fuller. It's not so skinny and scrawny, and I love the way it feels. Thanks for coming along with me today as I worked in my little autumn journal, and I'll be back with you again very soon. Have a creative day. Bye-bye.